As Ric Flair always said, who isn't pumped up for RSP season? So today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how to understand why you're getting the refund you're going to get. I'll give an example at the end of like showing the difference between 2023 and what's going to happen in 2024 with the new tax brackets. If you're landing where not all of your RSP contribution is in the same tax bracket. So I'm going to use Alberta brackets, but on the website we have every province updated for 2023 and 2024, and we've put together some like easy to follow charts which will show you what you can roughly expect if you put $1,000 in each province based on different income levels. However, sometimes it lands in two brackets, so you're going to get two different, tax refund amounts for, your contribution. So that's the example I'm going to show you. But first, let's just go through Alberta's brackets in 2023. Any money you put in before February 29th can go towards your 2023 tax refund. Understanding that all an RSP is and why they're giving you the money back is they're saying, okay, let's say you made $100,000, you worked as a salaried employee, they were taking off your average tax rate off of each check, which turns out to be X amount of dollars, somewhere, in the 20-something% range. And then it says, okay, if you put in 10 grand, they're going to now pretend like you only made 90,000. So 100 minus 10 is 90. So you've paid too much tax throughout the year, and they're going to give you a refund after you file your taxes. RSPs are not a scam. They're not right for everybody, but they are a really good tool for retirement. I promise. I'm not lying. This isn't some government conspiracy. RSPs and TFSAs are great for salaried employees, I promise. So we're looking at Alberta's rates. The first $53,359 that you make, you're in the 25% tax bracket. So if you put in $1,000, you're going to get 25% back, or $250 on that. Make sense? The next bracket, which most people would probably fall into, is over 53,359 up to 106,717. There you're falling into the 30.5% tax bracket in Alberta. So if you put $1,000 in, you made 100 grand, you put $1,000 in, you're going to get $305 back in a refund as long as your taxes are up to date. We'll go to the next one. Over 106,717 up to 142,292, you're getting a 36% refund on that. So on and so forth. We'll put them up on the screen. You're starting to understand. If you make over 341,502, you're in Alberta's highest marginal tax rate of 48%. So let's say you made $441,502 and you put in $100,000 into your RSP, you're going to get a $48,000 tax refund. Good for you for making $441,000. That's amazing. It is also great to put in 100 grand if you've got the excess room that adds up over the years, because unused room just keeps going up. Same with the TFSA. Talked about it before. Maxing out your RSP isn't necessarily the best option either, because sometimes people have RSPs that are too big in retirement, and then it makes for planning, it's a little bit more difficult. You're paying more taxes in retirement than you want to because you don't even need that much money. So what I wanted to do here was just show you an example of where you're falling into two different brackets so we can do some math together. And then I'm going to show you what will happen in 2024 if you do the exact same thing, because brackets go up with inflation each year, and they've already set the 2024 bracket. So let's say you made 150 grand and you put in $10,000 before February 29th. and you look at the brackets and you see that it falls on 142,292. So 150 minus $10,000 is 140,000. So part of your refund is going to fall into the 38% bracket, and part of your income is going to fall into the 36% bracket. So you're going to have like a little bit of a split. So $7,708 in 2023 lands in the 38% bracket. So for that chunk, you're going to get back $2,929.04. And the remaining chunk, $2,292, is going to get a 36% refund, which equals $825.12. So your total refund, because it's not in one bracket totally, is $3,754.16 for an average of 37.5%. Now, let's move to 2024 and assume that you are not getting a raise with inflation because your corporation is greedy and they say, well, guess what? We can't actually give you an inflationary raise. So now you do the same thing in 2024. You're going to get a smaller refund, and you're probably not going to understand why, but that's because the brackets have moved up. So now the bottom part of that bracket in the 38% column is 148,269. So 1731 is going to be refunded at 38%, which is 657.78. And the remaining 8,269 is going to fall in the 36% bracket. So you're going to get back 2,976.84 for a total of 3,634.62, which now your average refund is 36.3. It's 1.2% lower than it was the year before if you didn't get a raise. So hopefully you get a raise. Don't listen to your friends that tell you that RSPs aren't good. Talk to a professional that says, okay, this makes sense based on your income. You've got the money. This is how you should save. This is how you should invest. It's a very simple process. And I just did a video on showing, like, do a few steps when you're young. Just keep doing them and you'll get there. I've seen it a million times because the majority of the people that we talk to are in retirement. We've seen how these things grow. We see how they come out and you pay less tax coming out. I know how much deferred growth can actually impact the rates of return you're going to get over the long term. Yes, TFSAs are awesome, but one of the best things you can do is say, now I've got this refund, I'm going to put it into my TFSA, and now I have two great accounts, plus CPP and OAS coming into retirement, and I'm going to be in a good financial position. I get it's tough out there. I get it's really hard to save. Groceries cost a fortune. Kids' hockey costs a fortune. You're just trying to grind it out. But if you can find a way to put anything away, do it. You won't regret it in the future. Thank you very much for watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you want to know about RSPs, and we'll talk about it for a month until you get sick and tired of hearing about that garbage. Cheers.